Hi, I'm Michael Rogers from 21 Degrees Estate in Kahalu, Oahu, Hawaii. We are located at the 21st degree of north latitude, hence the name 21 Degrees Estate. We strive to grow the best cacao in the world, to make the best chocolate in the world. Today we'll be doing a harvest of our farm's 675 cacao trees. Come join me on this adventure. When we have done all the harvesting, picking, we'll crack them open them up, take out the wet seed and put them into the containers, because really the most difficult thing in growing cacao is not actually the growing or the harvesting, it's the post-harvest, which is the cracking, the opening, taking out the wet seed, fermenting for about 12 days. And in the fermenting, the wet seed will get up to about 120 degrees, and that's really the key of a successful ferment. And after the fermenting, drying out on a screen in the open air for about probably another 10 days. Thank you for being here today. Last year when the harvest took me 4 hours, I said I cannot do this on my own anymore. I'll need some help. We'll start in cacao triangle. And typically the goal is to basically be only working a couple rows at one time. Okay, so this might be worth counting right on the tree right here. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This one will stay. 14, 15, what, 16 maybe, 17, okay. 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
And they're not huge, but it's a great sight to see them all. So 1, 2, 3 further up.
So it's further in, so you might have to go backwards a little bit, Phil.
My task is gathering, so I'm going to do that. Where do you put these?
In the wheelbarrow over there. For turmeric is one of the Hawaiian healing plants.
And does anyone know that this was one of the original plants brought to Hawaii by the Polynesians?
Oh, no way.
And the set of about 24 different plants brought by the Polynesians are called canoe plants, brought to Hawaii on the canoe. And we're talking like 1,000, 1,500 years ago. It's always fun when Indian people come here, and they typically recognize the turmeric right off the bat. And I say, and do you realize that it came to Hawaii from Polynesia? And that's like, oh my God, that is so interesting.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
as an Indian person, I learned a new thing today.
I call this, palms of turmeric, and I can break off a little knuckle, and I'll throw it. And I say, come back in a year and that'll be growing.
Wow.
It is that prolific.
Why are we hacking this?
It has fallen down on top of the cacao tree.
Oh.
So I'm trying to save this branch. This is the rainforest right here. So at this point, everyone knows that chocolate comes from a tree. Am I correct? But really, the very beginning of chocolate coming from a tree is chocolate coming from this, teeny tiny. My wife teases me when I say teeny tiny, but teeny tiny blossom. And here's the closed blossom. Here's the open blossom. And so once the blossom opens, guess what we need?
A midge.
Oh, we have a ringer in the audience, a midge. A midge is the pollinator, a midge fly who lives right here in the clutter of the leaves and the weeds. And a midge is so small, I don't think I've ever seen one with my own eyes. But apparently we have plenty of midges here because we have plenty of pollination happening. And this is, I'm going to open it up and the seeds won't separate.
So we're doing a demonstration
Wow.
of an under.
Look, I've been proved wrong.
Fine.
That they will separate. So I'm incredibly surprised that otherwise I would not typically have taken this one off. And we'll give it the taste test, and everyone is welcome to participate.
What? So this is what we're gonna do later.
This is
too.
where chocolate comes from.
I love chocolate.
Are there a specific reason they're arranged like this, and what happens after the picking?
It's a very technical reason that we arrange them in this way. They're grouped into fives and not yet five to a bundle. And it makes the counting of them easier at the end.
That makes a lot of
then
sense.
We only have to count by 25s instead of by ones.
Got it. That's smart. How many? 250?
250. It's not the highest of this harvest season, which I think was 364, and it's not the lowest, which was 164, which was the last harvest. So it's a respectable number.
And how many bars would you think that would make?
Divide by 2.
So 125 bars.
125 bars of the best chocolate you've ever had in your life.
I think I require 125 every week.
And the goal is to take out the wet seed with our hands and try to keep as much of the debris out. And we'll go right through the whole pile. The liquid that you're feeling right here will actually begin to collect in here. We call that the honey of cacao, miel de cacao. And just like the taste, everyone tasted the wet seed, and really that really tasty, sweet, and a little bit of tart, that's what the liquid tastes like. And so for the adults, when you mix that with tequila, now we're talking. Not bad. I got my eye on you.
There, that's good.
Thank you. You're back in the groove now. It took you one pod.
But the layers are so thick.
It's remarkably
Yeah.
thick. That's like a good 3/4 of an inch thick.
Look at
That looks beautiful.
That is. That's a beautiful looking seed. It's a nice shape and it's a nice size.
Well, right now we're opening up the pods to remove the wet seed. That's the fruit of cacao when we talk about cacao as a fruit. And we're working pretty quickly because then the seeds have to go directly into the fermentation box, because from the moment that the fruit was cut from the tree, the enzymes inside are already beginning to work their magic. And if they're left without the fermentation, they will decompose.
Have you done a tour here before?
I haven't. Is it cool?
Let's see your hand. Can you roll up your sleeves real nice?
Not gross for the slimy stuff.
That's what I mean. To me, it tastes better than the chocolate.
Here.
Well, currently.
Seeds out and put them into your
Definitely.
seeds out, okay, and put them in the
You're not like a super big fan of chocolate in general.
I guess.
Here's one of my favorite places on the farm. It's the location of our honeybees. And I always call these the hardest workers of 21 Degrees Estate. I'm guessing we have about 250,000 bees. And they're located right here in 12 hives.
There's a snail sitting right here too.
And then come on over here, Zuki. We're going to walk around. This was the back of the hives. We're going to walk around to the front of the hives and actually watch them coming and going, which is always a great joy to me. And when I see a lot of activity, you know what it tells me? We're making honey today. Come right over to here. This is what those little rascals do. They make perfectly formed hexagons of wax, and they're all filled with honey in a perfect world.
There's a small area where there's baby goats. So I'm gonna go meet them. We're at the end of the harvesting. We're doing a chocolate tasting now and a honey tasting, which I want to join. I hope you had a great time watching this video.
Please like this video and subscribe to Zuki's channel.